There's no harm in going to find out what your genotype is, because it is when we know what our genotype is, then we can now make informed choices and not just blind choices. If you don't know your genotype, you don't know your AS, then you're getting married. A lot of the time, by the time people are coming for premarital screening, the church said we should go and do genotype. As marriages go in Nigeria, we know they have like court marriage, introduction, traditional marriage before they get to the church. So some people, by the time you are seeing them, they've already gotten married in courts. How many years or how many months ago? They may have done introduction, they may have done traditional marriage, invitation, some may have even had children, and then it's now they're coming to do maybe church blessing or whatever. I say go for premarital screening. A lot of the time at that point it is too late. But if you know your genotype from birth, you've known that I am AA. So if you know you're AA, then maybe at the back of your mind you know that, okay, whoever I choose to love is fine. But on the other hand, if you have an AS genotype, then you know that I should be careful in choosing who I date, because a lot of relationships start that way. I know there's something that some people will argue and say, oh, there's love at first sight, but there's also sense at first sight.
And also give them the options of, if you decide that you love yourself so much and you want to live together and take whatever is involved, you also give them the options of what to expect. Okay, if you decide you're going to get married, you remember that for every pregnancy there's 25% chance of getting an AA child, an AS, or an SS child. So once you have this at the back of your mind, and then also remember that there are other ways you can make diagnoses. Okay, you can actually do a pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, which means that before the baby is implanted into you, which means the diagnosis is made. It's like what, if you know, we've heard about IVF, in vitro fertilization. The fertilization is done outside, and then you determine, you could have like up to 10 embryos now, which is that you're dealing with. So you decide that out of these 10 embryos, you will check each of them to see which one is AS, which one is AA. The ones that are SS will not be implanted back into the mother. That is one way you can go about it. That's the pre-implantation genetic diagnosis. Or you can decide to do the prenatal, which means as the woman has taken in now, you would also go through, you can go through maybe when she's in her 14 to 16 weeks. They start talking about having to use without being invasive. You have the invasive and the non-invasive methods. When I mean invasive, which means you're going to go and right into the baby to get out a sample. It's a genetic form of testing. It is it's something you have to use your piece. It's a molecular kind of test. Okay, so it's also expensive. Let's not forget that it's expensive. Or you can get the baby's DNA cells from the mother. That's the non-invasive one. Okay, so you can also do that. And if this baby is AS or SS, as the case may be, the couple is now left with the option of terminating that pregnancy. So you are looking at the moral views, and you're also looking at the financial aspect of it. They say, we can handle it, we can afford it, we have 5 million naira for pre-implantation diagnosis, genetic diagnosis. You don't stop them. You just counsel them, advise them, and let them take their decision.